Hello, everyone. I'm Neha Yadav, a corporate lawyer, business partner, lifelong learner, and if life had taken a slightly different turn, probably an artist, which generally was my plan B. And, it still sounds a less stressful option. But somewhere along the way, I realized that the world of business, leadership, and law had its own canvas. Instead of paintbrushes, I got contracts, negotiations, and occasional crises to solve. And surprisingly, I ended up loving it. I'm based in Baroda, Gujarat, and work in a corporate role where I primarily support businesses across India, Middle East, Africa, and like Latin America, and occasionally few strategic projects in Europe. And what I love most about my job is that no 2 days are the same. One day I could be discussing a commercial issue in India, and the next, unconsciously learning Italian language from reviewing all the documents and probably having siesta afterwards. So yeah, working across so many cultures, perspectives, business environments has given me one of the greatest gifts of my career. It has taught me adaptability, curiosity, humility, and most importantly, I think empathy. It has made me realize that leadership isn't about having all the answers. It's about understanding people and bringing that different perspectives together to solve those problems. Yeah, and so elaborating on my career journey, I think, like many women, I spent a lot of time, wondering if I'm doing things correctly in my initial years of my career, right? Even though evidence suggested that I was handling multiple, manufacturing locations of Reliance single-handedly by my second year of the professional journey. By fourth, I was, leading a team of four young lawyers. And I still wondered if I was ready for bigger opportunities. And the most defining growth moment in my career, I would say, is when I said yes to my current role, which required significantly more, almost double experience than I had. And I remember getting shortlisted and thinking, why me? Why, am I really ready for this? I wasn't, very sure. But I took the leap anyway. And, when you're both one of the youngest people and the only women in the leadership rooms, there can be additional, challenges. There's certain, unconscious biases where, people occasionally associate, authority with age, experience, or a traditional leadership profile. And there were occasions where assumptions were made before I had even spoken. So yeah, that was difficult, but it also became one of the most important lessons for my career, right? That there is no substitution for hard work. I learned that credibility is not granted, it's earned, and it's earned through preparation, it's earned through expertise, through consistency, and through showing up every day and doing the work. So over time, I realized that, once, when you know your subject matter deeply, you understand the business, communicate clearly, and deliver results consistently, people eventually stop focusing on your age or title or gender and start focusing on your contributions. And that changed everything. Mm, One of the experiences that shaped me most and where I could contribute significant impact, I would say, was leading a project head on, which nobody had asked me to resolve a complex statutory matter, which had remained unresolved for 18 years. And it wasn't even my area of responsibility. And a few months into it, I realized why nobody wanted to lead it. Right, it involved multiple stakeholders, business functions, government authorities, and so on and so forth. And so for nearly 2 years, I worked on multiple setbacks and dead ends. Well, one thing led to another, and at one point I was interested with representing the matter before the chief minister office. And I still remember how overwhelming and exciting. It felt, at the same time. And eventually we succeeded, which was, of course, incredibly rewarding, and all the accolades that came with it. But what truly changed my career trajectory was the trust and credibility that came from that, success of that project. Because if I have to talk about, my biggest challenge in my career, it wasn't an external obstacle. It was self-doubt. It was, undermining my full potential, not trusting myself enough due to, various factors, maybe conditioning, social factors, and so on. But people, began to see me not as just as a legal professional, but as someone willing to go beyond her job description and, navigate complexity and really take that ownership. And that trust opened doors I had never expected. It led to broader responsibilities, more strategic projects, and opportunities to work on some truly impactful initiatives. And most importantly, I learned to trust my abilities, right? I learned to say yes and grab every opportunity that came my way. And eventually, it also led to my most treasured recognition at a global level, where I got the opportunity to represent India at my company's global headquarters in Switzerland just last year, where I participate in discussions alongside senior leaders from around the world. And I remember walking into that boardroom and thinking how much I had changed, right? Because just a couple of years back, I had been questioning whether I was experienced enough for this role. And now I was sitting with some of the most accomplished, global leaders contributing ideas, and cut to today, seeing some of those ideas implemented across jurisdictions, it, felt great. And that experience, taught me something that I will never forget. It's that you do not need to feel ready before taking the next step. Sometimes you become ready because you took that step. And another aspect of my journey that is deeply personal to me, I would say, is the diversity, equity, and inclusion. In today's day and age, as I mentioned, I'm the only woman in both my local and my business leadership teams today. And while progress has certainly been made, it is not, uncommon in an industrial and manufacturing environment, especially in a smaller city like Vadodara, to see leadership teams, where women still remain significantly underrepresented. But being in those rooms has made me realize how important representation truly is. Because when young women, they see someone who looks like them contributing to the decisions and occupying leadership positions, it expands what they believe is possible for themselves. And that's one of the reasons DEI has become so important to me. I also had the privilege to learn from Dr. Meeru Kumar, who's receiver of Padma Shri Award and has done extensive pioneering work in the DEI field, and got to experience firsthand how best decisions are rarely made when everyone in the room thinks the same way, right? Great decisions happen when different perspectives and experiences and voices come together. And so, I actively participate in both forums, internally, externally, focused on women in leadership, diversity, and talent development, because I firmly believe that diversity is not just social good, it is actually a business advantage. And over time, I've also learned that, commercial, strategic, technical expertise are absolutely necessary. But leaders who create the greatest impact combine competency with empathy. And working across jurisdictions has shown me that leadership is ultimately about people, and that is the kind of leader I aspire to be. Someone who can be ambitious and empathetic, at the same time. And finally, if I could leave young women feeling stuck in the careers with a few lessons, I think I would first would be to build your network and support system before you need it. Because I genuinely believe that nobody grows into a larger role alone. If it weren't for my mentors, my peers, or even my personal support system, like my family, or even my daily help, supporting other aspects of my life, I wouldn't be able to pour into my growth. To support other women and lift each other up, especially in professions and environments that have historically been male dominated, right? I think second would be to invest in your personal brand. Learn to speak confidently about your achievements, because as women, I think we tend to assume good work will always speak for itself. No, take that space. Share your ideas, raise your hand for that opportunity, and just be bold. And I think most importantly, believe in yourself, because if there's one thing my journey has taught me, is that most exciting opportunities in life arrive before we fully feel ready. If I had waited until I felt completely prepared, I would have missed every single one of them. So yeah, keep moving forward, and lead with empathy and lead with integrity. That's what I would say. And so yeah, before I finish, I would share one final confession. Despite everything I've spoken today, one thing to know about me is that I'm incredibly nervous every single time I have to speak publicly. But over the years, I've learned that so many opportunities that shaped my career came from doing things that felt uncomfortable, like recording this Her Rising video today. But I decided to do it anyway. And who knows, maybe this, slightly nerve inducing and out of my control comfort zone video will lead to something wonderful too. And if even if it doesn't, it will just be another reminder that courage isn't absence of nerves. It's simply choosing not to let those nerves make the decision for you. So yeah, that's about my journey so far, and I'm truly honored to share it with you. Thank you.